all in, and if one of these two cores dies on the side of Prodigy, their damage disappears. That's my flaw in the draft. You just don't have enough damage, and you don't have enough sustained damage. No real counter to the bat. Anyone he lassos is stuck in that lasso, and he's going to be bloodlusted, so he's going to run around like 600 move speed once he gets bots. It's just such a sick draft from VP. Better team fight, better pickoff, better late game.
Yeah. I'm 0-2 so far in predictions. I'm going to go with Prodigy. I'm going to keep it up.
Well,
I like
0-3.
I'm going
in the right situation, or is that just not something you really level up on?
Well, it's definitely possible. A lot of these character players play off field more than like a set, something that they want to do every game. I think if he gets very low HP, we'll probably just see the dispersion getting leveled up, so he can tank a little bit more, farm a little bit more.
Has to jump away up in the top lane, but it's actually a mid where the first blood happens. He brings down FN, dies the tower afterwards due to Ein's TP in. My goodness, action happening across the lanes, both top and mid.
Well, mid lane first. Oh, okay. The Disruptor gets.
I don't know, no one's pretty low here. They might be able to finish the job. It looks pretty covered. A beautiful kinetic field. I will get the job done.
Yeah. So we were saying like the centaur in this game is going to get a hood, is going to get a vanguard, is going to become unkillable, and then probably finish a pipe because there's also a necrophos in this game. And then with all of that on top of the specter, with how tanky he's going to get and that radiance, it's going to be extremely scary.
We'll see if the Axe is able to give his team the options to kill this later on. Can they hunt it down? Can they get the kill? They run over towards mid. They're looking for a fight here. FN's going to be the target, but the Glimpse is actually going to stop the Firefly, keep it on coming onto FN, but he gets him just inside, and in goes the lasso. They actually get the kill, but he will die in response, but Iron getting run down by LTW, and Solo coming in with the stun as well. That's going to be another kill going the way of Virtus.Pro. So a bit of a mess in the middle lane as they dive deep under the tier 2 towers, Virtus.Pro, but it does result in a kill onto that Necro and a little side helping of Disruptor Death as well.
Let's see what kind of oh, he might. Oh my goodness, FN, what you doing in the river, buddy?
Yeah, he's gonna get fished, and now the storm comes in to follow up as well. Virtus.Pro surrounding FN, but they're struggling to really get the damage off here, and actually he pops a Ghost Shroud, keeping himself alive. Meanwhile, in comes the Supernova on the backlines. They've lost Solo. FN now out of spells, just kind of cowering on the side of the cliff, but Zaz is able to get in and kill off that Supernova, and now they jump in with LTW. He finds FN, looks across to Iron as well, and Iron, he's getting run down under the tier 1 tower. Time is up for Iron, and they get themselves a double kill on ILTW. Virtus.Pro, Daddy's home, and they smack down their son and get taken that tier 1 tower whilst they're at it.
My goodness, Resolution just had an 11-minute blink hood, and that's such a perfect.
He's like, I mean, look at so he's just charging at people. He's like, come on, I want you to blink off me, but a nice ultimate coming out from Iron, but actually doesn't catch anybody inside of it. TM tries to jump in, but doesn't actually land. The Berserker's call now throws it down onto the center, but he doesn't care. He's taking. In comes the Supernova. They're trying to deal with him in the backlines here, and Zayas trying to play around. Will bring it down. Is he going to give his life? No. He gets a time lapse off. Meanwhile, Lasso up onto the Ricky, but they turn around with Reaper's side. No one's going to be one to lose his life. Ricky getting away, but Resolution chases up on the high ground and gets a kill in response. Meanwhile, the stun comes out. Monica onto the Axiom, trying to get himself away. Can he get himself out though? The heal's coming through, keeping alive through the urn, but RTW is still healthy in the middle of this fight as they run down the support heroes. Now they look over towards the Axe, and Solo will finish the job. Trades his life for it, but it's a good trade for him. Does he trade his life for it actually? He's fast. He's out of there. See you later. Grand Theft Ogre as he gets the kill and gets himself away, or does he? Save. He's still looking. Sunray is out. He keeps him on target here, but the health regen from Ogre is so ridiculous. Save. He's struggling, and now the multi-cup, and now Resolution. Are they actually going to get this kill? They bloody well might. They're getting him down. Solo does burn up, but they get the return kill onto the Phoenix, so worth it there from Solo. I mean, he just min-maxed his life.
Yeah, he was just running in, trying to get them, like, wiggling his ass in front of VP.Prodigy, and I think it's bugged because he had a bug attack him, right? Yeah, exactly. He had the swarm on the Axe, so it wasn't showing for us there.
They're going on him anyway. The call comes down. Nicely done. Alrighty, they find it in the end. A little bit beat greedy there from Zayas, but they're actually still looking for this one. They don't care that they're Weaver's dead. They're still going, and Ricky in some trouble. This through onto 2, holding them down. DM gets off the call, but is it going to save his life? I don't think so. Although a nice wall from Iron comes out, and now FN comes on in. He's got a Reaper's side. He goes to use it, but gets stunned up by Solo, cancelling out that Reaper's side. The jump in though, the call, they found the Axe, and surely the Reaper's side will come down onto him. It will. A Resolution. They'll still looking to fight this one. RTW coming in the backlines, finds a kill onto Iron and looking for more. Meanwhile, RTW, he's not that healthy himself. Iron's on top of him. FN, well, they won't be able to get him down. Yeah, DM looking for it, searching for it. He'll get the call instead on Tioga Magi. It's a small kill, but it's one they will be happy with regardless. They do manage to find a good fight here, VP.Prodigy, but the fact that their Ricky is still struggling to make things happen has got to be a concern for them. Yeah, it's something you need to look at always when you're looking at this little gold number at the top of the screen there, but if someone's actually not spending that money, then they don't have that translated into worth. Meanwhile, Lasso's out onto the axe. He's just being straight up assassinated on the front lines here as VP.Pro find that pickoff, and now looking forward to the +1s, and it's actually ILTW going on to FN here, and there doesn't seem too much FN can do about this one. The Stampede's coming in, but I'm going to try and help him out. Throws down the ultimate. FN still on the run, but they are just cutting him off, and the stun comes out from Solo. Meanwhile, Save trying to help him out. Bone in the Sunray. He's got a supernova if he really wants to commit this one, but knows that he'll just die so quickly. He's just going to accept his death here, I think, and they're even finding +1 for Prophet. He does throw down the supernova. It's not going to get much done other than lead to Solo's death, but I think Epic Ticket might be a little bit brave going in for this one as he does commit onto it, but now he's dusted up, being beaten down, and Mr. Ricky losing his life. Iron as well, gonna be dropping. DM tries to go in, goes for the core here, doesn't quite have the damage to get through the Centaur, does now drop that axe down on top of him and kills off the Centaur. It's a very, very slight win in the end for VP.Prodigy, but I mean, when you look at the total mass and everyone who's died, it's a huge loss for them. Oh, and they're playing from a disadvantage into a Spectre at 23 minutes, which is never the situation you want to be in, but there are still options for them, I think it's important to note. But now, coming forward, yeah, they're looking for something. No one just disrupts the play to get on the backlines, but Iron's going to be the first one to drop. DM, though, gets the call, but it's onto the Spectre with the Aegis. I'm not sure how much this is really going to get done. They might be able to kill him off once, but for what? Meanwhile, Supernova comes up, beautifully placed on the high ground here, but unfortunately, the only person inside of it is really Solo, and I don't really think he cares. I mean, he's not even going to get caught out by the stun anyway. Meanwhile, they're doing a hell of a job just sniping out FN on the sidelines here. They will lose Solo, but look at the damage coming onto his Necro. He needs help and he needs it now, but might be able to put another Reaper's Side comes in and kills off Resolution. Now they look over towards with the call onto the whip. The bug is down, and ILTW might be heading the same way as well. He's trying to make his way through the trees. Did they have the vision? Did they have the time? Meanwhile, the lasso comes down onto the Necrophos here along with the Spectre ulti. All of a sudden it's turning again. Prodigy are in trouble. They lose FN, they lose DM, they look towards Save as well. RTW back in the middle of this fight as they cut down Epileptic Kid. VP.Pro just come out of nowhere. It looked like it was a 5-1, and all of a sudden they're just everybody straight back into this one, and they find themselves 3 massive kills and somehow squeeze the rag dry and find themselves a win in this fight. He's just happy digging up what was that then? I don't know what he dug up.
People know that Solo is always a bait, that they just stop like going on him altogether.
In comes the Spectre ultimate. DM is able to jump himself away and actually gets a 2-man call up here. That's not bad. Reaper's Side comes out on the back. Sorry, Lasso comes down the backlines onto FN, controlling him up, and they actually throw him on the cliff. Meanwhile, on the front lines, and Stampede being used to keep RTW and Resolution alive. It's a really scattered fight, but FN is just burning up on the cliff. He does get the Reaper's Side off onto Solo before he dies here, but a beautiful play from no one, and now they'll bring down DM as well. I mean, no one actually kind of saved that fight. DM made an incredible play to get that call off onto the Centaur before he got off the stomp.
Yeah, and this Necrophos about to hit his Yules. That's going to be nice to like either have another disable on VP.Prodigy or just use it to remove the sticky napalms. Like right now, no one is who's killing Necrophos this entire game.
So Ricky, he needs a chance to get off some items, get off the trick to trade, get off something, but he's just going to get killed inside. ILTW brings him down. Meanwhile, they look over towards DM. DM's going to get dropped as well. ILTW rampaging through the lines of VP.Prodigy right now. The Supernova going to be used defensively. Just try and bring something down here. Weaver is going to use his life to try and bring down this egg. That won't happen, but nevertheless, it's going to be the only kill which Prodigy have gotten so far. And now the Sunray cancelled out by the Centaur. Save trying to do something here. He needs some help. DM jumps in, goes for the call on Tioga Magi. I mean, it's something, but RTW is just completely unstopped right now. Comes in from the side. It's going to be an easy rampage and maybe even go for the double here as he brings down DM for a second time. ILTW are just completely unstoppable right now, and they're just going to call it. They're done. They just throw in the towel. Daddy, stop. Please, no more. I've had enough. They will go to their rooms. VP.Pro will be the victors in game number 1.
Damn, that rampage GG. That must feel good for VP.Pro. There must be, you know,
Well,
You get it.
Palace are switching places. We'll have to see if these teams can switch places and Prodigy can force a third game here as we throw it across to Nomad on 1-4-3-7.
Thanks, Pigeon. Yeah, I hope so, because, you know, me and Theben, we're getting a bit stir-crazy. We won our third game. We haven't had a single
farm everything up just like that. But, you know, they're going to need to use a lot of region bottom, like Virtus Pro. Like, Resolution is going to need a lot of flask here. Top lane, there's a little bit of action going on there.
There is indeed. LTW getting burnt down both by the Battle Hunger and by the Fire Spirits and dive in from save, but it's not really enough to get through his defensive and cause any meaningful damage, so he's able to get himself back to under the tower. But yeah, DM not doing quite as well as he started off doing last game, which is interesting because it's literally the exact same lane, just in another part of the map. But I guess LTW adjusting differently, playing differently. Meanwhile, we've got Zayas waiting in the middle lane, looking forward to FN here, and he's going to try and go onto him. He's got the Inkswell out on top of himself. FN is going to get stunned up. He tries to pop the Fairy Fire, but it's not enough to keep him alive. No one will finish the job, and they grab themselves a kill onto FN. Very nicely done. Great rotation in from Zayas, and now he's going to go and kill himself. A celebration.
Yeah, you know what's going on through FN's head. He's like, why is this support roaming middle? What are my supports doing? You know, like, he's definitely going crazy about this. And Invoker getting the first blood. Like, then the Spectre at the moment.
I mean, just looking at these two drafts and the pace of the game, there's only so much the Invoker can do when it comes to controlling up a troll with, say, defuse and the whole thing. They go in here and they get that little combination off. The miss chance might be enough to save. Is it gonna be? No, it's gonna run out, and Resolution will cut down that guy. Meanwhile, he's actually getting a ton of stacks up on this Fervor, and Wisdom Act is coming on forwards here. A wand pop from Resolution. Epileptic gets slowed down, but it will not stop him getting this kill. Does bring him down all the same. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, they get a kill onto DM just past that tier 2 tower as the Spectre comes down, and they put an end to DM's creep-cutting shenanigans. So nicely done from Virtus Pro.
I caught that one at the top. Oh, mid-lane is actually getting caught on.
He is just caught out by the EMP, and Solo's still chasing, and now even Zayat's coming in for this one. FN, he needs to go a different way. He's going to go up to the high ground on the left-hand side, but guess what? RDW's coming for this one as well. They want to kill this guy so badly. Maybe he can take the bounty rune. Yet he gets something. He gets something. Now just turning around with the Pulse Nova, the creeps, almost made it, but
so
doesn't.
Like I said, this bottom lane is pretty much gonna be the whole story of this game, and this troll getting the farm that he needs and Resolution being sort of shut down in this game is a pretty big deal.
I mean, we saw how much he did last game as well, just jumping in, always finding the clutch engagements. Meanwhile, they actually grabbed a kill to Solo up at top. A nice dive under the tower from Save, and DM grabs him that sneaky kill. But there's a waiting party, cutting off their retreat. But who's cutting off whom? DM's coming on in. He's actually going to go for the call. Grabs it onto the Grimstroke King. Grimstroke, he's going to lose his life fairly quickly. Or is he? Stampede comes out. He's just running himself away. Meanwhile, RTW just cuts through Save. There's actually VP.Prodigy who've lost within the front of this line. Now FN trying to make something happen, but he's taking so much damage. Needs to get himself back, but still wants to try and help out with this kill. And now the ultimate pop from the Spectre. FN needs to get himself away, but RTW still chasing. He might just tick down to the urn regardless. Meanwhile, Eindi's in the backline. CM desperately trying to turn this into a win. And Epileptic Kid's turning up to this one as well, trying to find themselves the fight they need. Zayat, he's going to go for the Inkswell. Doesn't pay off. He gets cut down, and now they look for no one. They want to find this mid laner. They want to find the Invoker, but he turns around, throws down the Tornado, but they know where he is. Axe is going to follow him. DM coming in as well. Everyone coming on over the top. He is invisible. They've got the Pulse and no one. He wants revenge. He wants that Invoker, and he will find him. Epileptic Kid kills off no one.
So like minute 20, he would just like run behind. They used to play this with Sniper. They would just run. He would just run behind the Sniper and just bloodlust it nonstop. He kind of gave no boots.
Stampede for the bottom lane, but the Supernova has been popped. They're looking over. RTW's actually getting kind of low. They will kill off FN. Let's see if they can find the return kill, but a Tornado catches them out beautifully, slowing down the aggression from VP.Prodigy and allowing VP.Pro to regroup and get themselves nice and healthy, and this will not be a kill in the end. And they're coming back in. They're throwing some daggers. They're looking to try and make this fight happen. DM's going to get the call out onto the Ogre Magi, but it is just an Ogre, not really getting too much done, and they don't really seem to care that much about DM running around their front line. Now they turn around, try to drop him with some magic damage and Tornado. will put an end to it, but maybe they get ILTW. They need a little bit more. Save's going to dive in and get the kill onto the Spectre. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord, he's in some trouble here. He needs some help from his teammates. If he gets onto Zayas, maybe he gets the health from it, but no, he won't. He will go down. And actually, Safe's going to get beaten in as well. No one's still full health, full mana, doing what he wants, when he wants, rather than running at people with phase boots and just trying to sit on the front lines of Virtus.Pro and cause as much disruption as possible. I don't know what the best way to play this one was, but 15 minutes, no Blink Dagger Axe.
Yeah, I think Prodigy have made a huge error in like abandoning the top lane and not farming there at all. Like for the past pretty much 8 minutes, I would say.
Stun out onto Ogre Magi. He's going to try and turn it around, but it's going to get his life taken away. But they've killed off Iron as well. Meanwhile, Save is trying to keep no one out of the fight. Meanwhile, Graves gets a pretty nice stroke out onto both the Axe and the Lesh, and then links them together. Meanwhile, Supernova comes out on the back lines. It could be nice. The core comes out from DN, but it's not enough to save FN. FN's already lost his life. The Troll in the backline kills off no one. Meanwhile, up onto the cliff. RTW trying to look for an escape here, but they've got vision. They keep on running him down with the Sunray. RTW tries to come off the other side, but he gets killed off all the same. The Troll has arrived, and he is angry. And VP.Prodigy going to be much more inclined to try and take this fight. Athletic Kid's going to start throwing some axes away by RTW. What's our vision looking like? Not much on either side, to be honest. A blind fight both ways. They jump in. Only landing on Ogre Magi once again, and they're not going to be in time to save up. Had to get an immediate buyback from him. They want to try and make this fight work for them, but FN is just getting his life taken away by RTW with that blade mail. They're going to look over towards them and try and make this happen, but in comes the Soul Boy, but the battle trance is there. The damage comes in, they'll take down ILTW. Meanwhile, double stun, triple stun, quadruple stun as he gets a multicast, but doesn't really make much happen, to be honest. It goes back on to no one, and a follow-up with the call as well. DM times it nicely. Can he get the damage to finish off the geography? Get the culling blade off it with just about being... The right click comes in from Iron. That sentry placed a little bit earlier on doing God's work to finish the job. Meanwhile, under the tower, Athletic Kid playing a little bit carefully here, but they really want to get this tier 1 taken down. Meanwhile, Zayad's finding a nice little catch onto Iron on the sidelines, a little overextended. DM still waiting, but a buyback from Invoker. They see themselves an opportunity to jump forward and start to Troll Wall. He's just put it back. Is there any save for him? DM jumps in. He gets a call, but unfortunately, Invoker's not inside of it. Still right-clicking him down and brings down the Troll Wall. Now look over towards DM as well, and DM will not be surviving this one. Virtus.Pro once again squeezing that lemon.
Fighting non-stop in this game.
Waiting on the high ground. Axe has been thrown the way of Solo. They have... Oh, a little bit of vision up here. Oh, they've got the vision on the... Anyways, Troll being thrown up into the air. In comes a stomp. In comes an damage. His mana is gone and his health along with it. Goodbye, Epileptic Kid. Removed from the game. Iron stumbling as well. Meanwhile, FN gets a nice little kill into Zayat at least, but they're just cowering under their tower as Iron gets run down by Solo and co. Dear me. Yeah, it kind of feels like they've been coasting through these group stages a little bit, not playing to their full potential, but now that their tournament life is starting to get threatened, it's this is a Virtus.Pro we know and love, and they are really looking to give a bit of a smackdown to Virtus.Prodigy here, but still, hope remains, and that hope is in the form of team fights, but unfortunately, if they just keep on finding pickoffs onto the key supports like this, Iron's going to lose his life. They're looking to DM as well. DM trying to go for the TP out, but that Tornado catches them out easily, forcing him to relocate, and now he's just going to get killed off in the top lane. It's going to take some time thanks to the Berserker's call, but die he certainly shall. And another, and another, and another. They are just playing such high tempo. It's a Spectre draft, by the way, and these guys are just playing so fast. RTW just not farming, he's just coming to fight. And now they found the Troll Warlords as well, and he uses Battle Trance so early, he's just gonna get killed off again. Oh god, that's not what... You can't let that happen. You can't let this chain feeding continue. They need some discipline. Please no. Please no, not FN, but he's so deep in, and this Invoker's just going to solo him. FN trying to turn it around with a split earth, but there's heroes coming over. Zayat's cutting off his escape, and this is going to be death number 8 for poor old Leshtrack. Here, they're going to try and go on FN at the very foot of his base, and they even drop down the ultimate from Ein here. They got to keep him alive, but they just can't do it on the tier 3s. They'll murder him on the steps of his own base. Again and again, FN, they are just targeting him down, killing him off. Was this at least enough time for Epileptic Kid to get his BKB? No, and he's still being followed. no one in Zayats. They're looking for him now, and if they find him, I'm not sure he survives this one.
He can't farm anywhere. And DM, he's gonna get hunted too by Centaur. Look at this. Oh boy.
Goodness, Epileptic Kid, the one in trouble right now. Meanwhile, DM gets finished off by Resolution. Not quite one being popped. Meanwhile, over the Troll, he's having problems popping that battle trance, trying to keep himself alive. Unfortunately, death shall come like a lady in the night. Considering got the Maelstrom at like 17 minutes, this is just a complete turnaround. I mean, this
here we go.
Is under attack.
He's ran into the...
Oh, run. All right, we're looking towards the Ogre. They're still waiting on their BKB on the Troll. Warlord is just not there yet. And FN's going to pop that BKB. Is it going to do anything? No, it's really not looking like it's gonna. Oh, the heals. Okay, he's staying alive, but RTW just jumps in and kills him anyway. And they're gonna be able to get FN. DM goes down as well. Supernova just being fed to RTW here. Although I say that, he can't actually finish the job here. And Epileptic's coming on over, but he just gets out of the stun range just about. Has Aegis anyway, so who really cares? Yeah, that was one BKB timing. Troll's about to get his. Let's go.
Oh boy. Well, it looks like Daddy's home.
Yeah, he really is. And
hitting any creeps whatsoever. And they just keep killing the creeps as they come out of the base too. But here we go. VP.Prodigy gonna go with the smoke. Instead of going top, they're gonna go bottom. It seems like they really want to get someone with the smoke. Small wins, baby. Let's go.
Yep. Maybe. No one is enough. Let's go. Kill enough. No one will be successful. The dunk comes down, and no one will be sent to the grave. It's something. Resolution's gonna be a little bit careful here. He blinks away quite sensibly. If I finds him though, he could be in some trouble. Or maybe it's oh Jesus Christ.
Joe, this guy's a on Centaur. Resolution. What's happening? This guy's. I think he's playing carry still.
Oh yeah, that's right. Meanwhile, jump in the call onto the Ogre again. These Ogre calls just not doing it for them right now. Solo at the very least. Meanwhile, they've got to keep the alive. Will be successful in doing so. Meanwhile, they lost Solo, and the stun is out on Suspector, but they want the targets which aren't carrying that Aegis. And Zayats is going to be that target. Axe is heading this way. Glimpse back as well. Zayats is going to lose. Meanwhile, in they go. Resolution goes for the big call, but it doesn't come off. The Yaws comes down. Holds him still. Athletic, and he's got the Spectre on top of his face, but he's still getting some damage in response. Can he bring him down? No, not quite. And the Troll will die, and Saber's got as well. The final hurrah from Prodigy, and with another Ultra kill from LTW, that will be the end of the game. The G's to the G's are thrown in the chat. I mean, it was a game of RTW. This one, I think, more resolution, a huge turnaround, and Prodigy just didn't have the solution to resolution. It's it.
I mean, you know how this started?